The galaxy changed slowly after the comet crisis. Vorath packs no longer hunted alone. They patrolled shared lanes. They answered calls from any ship in trouble. Lyran science teams worked side by side with Vorath scouts. Tharok warriors trained with human marines. Krellhive sent diplomats to neutral stations. The old fear of the apex predators faded. In its place grew something new. Respect earned through actions, not threats. Lisa Carter kept working at Horizon Outpost. She treated patients every day, human, alien. It made no difference to her. She stitched wounds, she set bones, she listened to stories. Sometimes a Vorath warrior arrived with a small injury. They waited quietly in the hall. When she called their name, they bowed their heads before entering. Lisa always smiled. She never mentioned debts. She simply helped. One quiet morning, a large Vorath transport docked without warning. The bay crew tensed. Then the ramp lowered. Kresh Vor stepped out. His chest scar had healed to a faint line. He walked with steady steps. Tira Vor followed close behind. They carried no weapons, only a sealed case. John Hayes met them at the airlock. Kevin Brooks stood beside him. The captain spoke first. "Welcome back." Kresh Vor looked at him. "We come to see the healer." Lisa was called. She walked to the bay in her white coat. She saw the Alpha and stopped. For a moment, neither spoke. Kresh Vor lowered his head. "You saved my life. My pack saved others because of you. The debt is not paid in full, but we bring something." He opened the case. Inside lay a crystal shard, black with veins of silver. It glowed soft when light touched it. Tira Vor explained, "This is a heartstone from our homeworld. It grows only in deep caves. It holds the memory of our strongest. We give it to you, to your people, so you know we stand with you." Lisa looked at the stone. She touched it gently. "Alive." "Thank you," she said. "We will keep it safe." Kresh Vor clicked his jaws once. "If danger comes to your worlds, call us. We will answer." Lisa met his eyes. "And if danger comes to yours, we will answer too." The Vorath left soon after. The transport jumped away. The crystal stayed on the outpost. It was placed in the central hall under soft light. Crew members passed it every day. They remembered what it meant. Years passed. The galaxy grew quieter. Fewer raids, fewer wars. Trade routes filled with mixed ships. Children from different species played on shared stations. They learned each other's languages. They shared food. They told stories of the healer who walked into a Vorath den and came out with trust instead of death. Lisa grew older. Her hair turned gray. Her hands still worked steady. She trained new doctors. She taught them the same lesson. Help first, ask questions later. Trust is built in small moments. One day, a message arrived from deep space. A young Vorath pack leader. He spoke on screen. His voice carried respect. The packs remember. The healer who did not run. We teach our young the story. We tell them humans are not soft. They are strong in ways we once did not understand. Lisa listened. She smiled small. "Tell your young to remember one thing," she said. "Strength is not only in claws, it is in the choice to use them to protect." The Vorath bowed his head. "We will." The transmission ended. Lisa stood at the window. Stars stretched outside. The heartstone glowed behind her. Kevin entered. He was older now too, gray at the sides, still tall. "They still talk about you," he said. Lisa shook her head. "They talk about what happened, not me." Kevin looked at the crystal. It started with one moment, one act, and it changed everything, because someone needed help. And someone gave it, without fear, without conditions. She turned back to the stars. John Hayes retired soon after. He moved to a quiet colony. He fished on calm lakes. He told stories to his grandchildren about the day the galaxy learned why the strongest could trust the smallest. The Vorath packs kept their promise. When pirates returned to old lanes, Vorath ships met them first. When storms threatened trade routes, Vorath scouts guided convoys. When a new plague appeared on a mixed world, Vorath warriors carried medical supplies through blockades. They never forgot. The galaxy never forgot. The moment an alpha creature trusted a human had been small. A single healer, a single patient, a single act of kindness in a place of fear. But that moment grew. It spread through packs, through species. It showed everyone why trust matters. Because when the most terrifying choose mercy, the whole galaxy breathes easier. And when they choose to stand beside those who once feared them, the stars feel safer. Lisa Carter lived long enough to see it. She died on a quiet night. Her team found her in her office, a smile on her face, the Heartstone beside her. They buried her under open sky. Vorath warriors stood honor guard. Lyran sang soft songs. Tharok placed stones. Krell left rare pollen. The galaxy mourned a healer, but they celebrated what she started. A trust that outlived her. A trust that changed the Rim forever. Because one human showed that courage is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet, steady, and unstoppable. And when the strongest witness it, they never forget. The Vorath flagship stayed quiet after the humans left. No victory roars, no victory feasts. The pack sat in circles around Vor. His breathing grew stronger each hour. The green ichor on the stone floor dried to black crust. Vor walked the corridors. She checked every warrior. She spoke low. The human healer did not flinch. She did not ask for our blood or our gold. She simply worked. The words passed from one to another. Vorath do not lie to their pack. They do not twist truth. They saw what happened with their own eyes. A small human female walked into their den. She touched their dying alpha. She stayed calm when he roared in pain. She left without demanding anything. That fact sat heavy in every mind. News traveled fast among the packs. Beacon signals carried the story across sectors. Other alphas listened. Some laughed at first. A Vorath owes life to a soft skin? But the laughter died when they heard the details. No tricks, no hidden weapons, no threats, just skill and steady hands. Vor woke fully 3 days later. His chest still hurt. The bandages glowed faint blue. He stood slow. His pack gathered. He looked at Vor. Tell me again what the human said. She said we do not keep debts. She said remember we helped when we could have walked away. Vor clicked his jaws once. Then we remember. He called the pack elders. They met in the main hold. The stone slab still showed his blood. He spoke clear. The human saved me, not for glory, not for gain, because it was right. We owe her pack a debt of honor, not blood debt, life debt. If humans call, we answer. The elders nodded. No argument. The decision was made. Word reached other species soon after. Lyran traders heard it in neutral ports. Tharok scouts picked up the signals. Krell hive minds shared the knowledge. All asked the same question. Why would Vorath, creatures who feared nothing, trust a human? The answer started small, but grew. A month later, trouble came to a human mining colony on a rocky world called Dustvale. Pirates from a fringe group attacked. They wanted the rare minerals. They landed fast. They burned habitats. They took workers hostage. The colony sent a distress call on open channels. Help was far. The nearest human frigate was 2 days away. Captain John Hayes received the message on his bridge. He looked at the coordinates. Then he saw something else. A Vorath pack ship was closer, only hours away. He sent a single tight beam message, short, honest. Vorath pack near Dust Vale. Humans in danger. Pirates attacking. Will you help? The response came in minutes. Tira Vor's voice. We come. The Vorath ship jumped. It arrived in the system like a falling mountain. The pirates saw it on sensors. They laughed at first. Then, they saw the markings. Their laughter stopped. The Vorath did not hail. They did not warn. They simply moved in. Boarding pods launched. 8-limbed warriors in black armor hit the pirate ships. They tore through hulls. They moved fast. Claws ripped metal. Jaws crushed weapons. Pirates who fought died quick. Pirates who ran were caught. On the ground, the pirates held the main dome. They had hostages. Women, men, children. They used them as shields. A single Vorath dropship landed outside. The ramp fell. Kresh Vor stepped out, his chest still bandaged. He walked forward alone. The pirates aimed rifles. He did not stop. He roared once. The sound shook the dome walls. Then he spoke through a translator. Release the humans, or die. The pirate leader laughed nervous. You are one, we are many. Kresh Vor looked at him. I am not alone. Behind him the rest of his pack appeared. Dozens. They formed a line. Only claws and teeth. The pirates hesitated. Then one shot. The round hit Kresh Vor's shoulder. He did not flinch. He walked closer. The pirate leader yelled, Kill him! More shots. Vorath armor took the hits. They advanced. Slow, steady. The pirates broke. They dropped weapons. They ran. Some surrendered. The hostages were freed. Kresh Vor entered the dome last. He looked at the people. A small girl ran to him. She hugged his leg. He looked down, confused. Then he placed one claw gently on her head. The colony cheered quiet. No fear. Only thanks. Human reinforcements arrived later. They found the pirates tied up. The Vorath standing guard. Kresh Vor waited. John Hayes stepped forward. You came. Kresh Vor nodded. The debt is paid. John looked at the freed people, then at the Vorath. Thank you. Kresh Vor clicked his jaws. Tell the healer. Tell Lisa Carter. We remember. The Vorath left soon after. Their ship jumped away. The story spread wider. Traders told it in every port. Diplomats recorded it. Scouts sent footage. Everyone saw the same thing. Vorath warriors fighting for humans. An alpha who walked into gunfire to save strangers. A pack that honored a debt without question. Other species watched closer now. They saw humans as something new. Not weak. Not aggressive. Reliable. When humans helped, it mattered. When others needed help, humans asked. And sometimes the strongest answered. Lisa Carter heard the story on Horizon Outpost. She sat in her office. She read the report. She smiled small. Kevin Brooks stood in the door. They fought for us. Lisa nodded. They fought because someone fought for them first. She looked out the window at the stars. The moment the alpha creatures trusted a human had passed. Now the galaxy witnessed why that trust changed everything. The story of Dust Vale spread like fire through dry grass. Traders carried it from port to port. Diplomats whispered it in council halls. Scouts recorded every detail and sent it home. Everyone saw the same images. Vorath warriors tearing through pirate ships. Kresh Vor walking into gunfire alone. A small human girl hugging the leg of the biggest predator in the rim. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. Vorath packs changed after that day. They no longer raided every ship that crossed their space. They watched instead. They listened. When a distress call came from a neutral freighter caught in a meteor storm, a Vorath scout ship answered. They pulled the damaged vessel free. They asked nothing in return. The freighter crew, a mix of Lyrans and Tharok, stared in silence as the 8-limbed giants worked without threat. Word reached Horizon Outpost fast. Lisa Carter read the reports in her office. She set the tablet down. Kevin Brooks leaned against the doorframe. "They are honoring the debt," he said. Lisa nodded. "They are showing the galaxy what trust looks like." Captain John Hayes called a meeting. The outpost crew gathered in the main lounge. Screens showed footage from Dust Vale. Vorath claws ripping pirate armor. Human hostages running free. John stood at the front. "This is bigger than one Alpha," he said. "The Vorath are the strongest force out here. If they choose to protect instead of hunt, everything changes." The crew listened. No one spoke against it. They had seen Lisa walk into that flagship. They had seen her come back covered in ichor, but calm. They trusted her judgment. Trouble came next from the Krell swarms. The insectoid hives had watched the Vorath shift with growing worry. They feared the balance breaking. A Krell war group moved into a sector claimed by multiple packs. They built a forward base on a dead moon. They mined deep. They ignored Vorath warning signals. Kreshbor received the report on his bridge. His chest scar still ached in cold weather. He looked at Tiravor. "They test us," he said. Tiravor clicked her mandibles. "They think we are weak now, because we helped humans." Kreshbor stood taller. "Then we show them strength has many faces." He gathered 3 packs, not to attack first, to defend. They jumped to the moon. They landed in a wide circle around the Krell base. No shots, no roars, just presence. The Krell commander sent a message. "This moon is ours. Leave or die." Kreshvor answered on open channel. "This moon belongs to no one. You take without asking. You harm the balance. Leave." The Krell laughed through their translators. They launched drones, small, fast, armed with acid sprayers. The Vorath did not charge. They waited. When the drones came close, hidden human-made jammers, gifts from Horizon Outpost, activated. The drones spun, crashed. The Krell hesitated. Then human ships arrived. The frigate commanded by John Hayes. 2 support vessels. They did not fire. They simply took position beside the Vorath fleet. Lisa Carter stood on the bridge. She watched the standoff. John looked at her. "You ready to talk?" Lisa nodded. "If they listen." A channel opened. The Krell commander appeared on screen. Compound eyes stared. Lisa spoke first. "You are in space claimed by multiple groups. You did not ask. You took. That ends now." The Krell clicked angry. "Vorath are killers. Humans are weak. Why should we listen?" Lisa kept her voice even. "Because the Vorath could kill you now. They choose not to. Because I asked them to wait. Because trust is stronger than claws." Silence followed. Kreshvor stepped into view on his own feed. His scar showed clear. "The human healer saved my life. I owe her pack. If you harm humans, you harm me. Leave the moon, or face all of us." The Krell commander looked from one feed to the other. Vorath, humans, together. No fear in the human woman. No rage in the Vorath Alpha. Only certainty. The Krell ships powered down weapons. They began to withdraw. No fight. No blood. The moon stayed quiet. After the Krell left, Kreshvor sent a message to Horizon Outpost. Short, direct. "We stood together. The debt grows lighter." Lisa read it. She smiled small. "Tell him we stand ready if needed." The galaxy watched the standoff footage. Neutral news feeds played it on repeat. Vorath and humans side by side. No shots fired. A threat ended with words and presence. Other species took notice. The Lyrans sent formal thanks. The Tharok offered joint patrols. Smaller groups asked for human medical teams. Trust spread slow but sure. Lisa walked the outpost corridors. Crew nodded as she passed. Kevin fell in step beside her. "They trust you," he said. Lisa shook her head. They trust what we did, not who we are. She stopped at a window. Stars stretched outside. The moment they trusted one human changed everything, she said quiet. Now they see why. Kevin looked out too. Because humans do not break trust once given. Lisa nodded. The galaxy learned that day. Strength is not always claws or guns. Sometimes it is a steady hand that heals. And sometimes it is the courage to stand beside the strongest when they need you. The Vorath Pax remembered. The rest of the galaxy began to remember too. The standoff at the dead moon became a turning point. The Krell left without firing another shot. The Vorath Pax held their ground until the last enemy ship jumped away. Then they stayed longer. They helped the human survey team scan the site for hidden mines. They moved heavy equipment with their powerful limbs. They did not ask for payment. They simply worked beside the small human crew until the job was done. Captain John Hayes watched from orbit. He saw 8-limbed giants lift crates that would have needed machines. He saw them nod to human engineers. No words needed. The respect was clear. Lisa Carter received the after-action report on Horizon Outpost. She read it twice. Then she sat back in her chair. Kevin Brooks brought her coffee. They are changing, he said. Lisa looked at the screen. They are showing the galaxy that strength can mean protection. The news feeds carried the story everywhere. Neutral stations replayed the footage. A Vorath Alpha, standing shoulder to shoulder with a human captain. No weapons raised, only calm presence. Commentators from many species spoke in low voices. The apex predators now guard the weak, because a human earned their loyalty. Smaller groups noticed first. A Lyran science vessel got caught in a sudden radiation burst near a collapsing star. Their engines failed. Shields dropped. They sent a general distress call. The nearest help was a Vorath patrol ship. The Vorath answered. They jumped in close. They extended tractor beams. They pulled the Lyran ship clear of the danger zone. Their engineers boarded in heavy suits. They worked on the damaged engines. They shared spare parts. When the Lyran captain thanked them, the Vorath leader answered simple. We help because the healer helped us. Humans stand with us. We stand with those who stand with humans. The Lyran ship returned home safe. Soon, Lyran elders sent a formal message to Horizon Outpost. They offered joint research. They offered medical exchange. They offered friendship. The Tharok watched closer. Their heavy cruisers patrolled near Vorath borders. They tested the new balance. One Tharok group found a damaged human cargo ship drifting after an engine failure. The crew was low on air. The Tharok could have ignored it. They could have taken the cargo. Instead, they hailed the Vorath frequency. A Vorath scout answered. The Tharok commander spoke careful. We see a human ship in trouble. We will tow it to safety. We do not want trouble with your packs. The Vorath voice came back firm. Tow them. Protect them. We watch. The Tharok did exactly that. They brought the ship to a neutral station. They waited until human help arrived. No theft. No demands. The galaxy saw more examples. Vorath packs escorted refugee ships through pirate zones. They guarded trade convoys that carried human goods. They even helped repair a damaged Tharok warship after a battle with raiders. Each act built on the last. Each act showed the same truth. Trust earned from one human had spread. Lisa Carter became known beyond her outpost. Alien diplomats asked to meet her. She agreed to a few visits. She traveled under heavy escort. She met Lyran elders in their crystal halls. She spoke with Tharok war chiefs in stone fortresses. She even visited a Krell hive once. The insects clicked in respect. They offered rare medicines in return for her knowledge. Everywhere she went, the question was the same. How did you make the Vorath trust you? Lisa always answered the same way. I did not make them trust me. I earned it by doing my job. I helped when they needed help. That is all. The answer sounded simple, but it carried weight. One day a crisis hit close to home. A rogue comet swarm threatened a mixed colony. Humans lived there with Lyrans and a few Tharok families. The comet path would hit in days. Evacuation ships were too slow. Deflection weapons were not ready. The colony sent a desperate call. Vorath packs answered first. 3 full packs jumped in. They used their ships to push smaller comets off course. They landed heavy teams on the largest rock. They planted charges. They broke it apart. Human engineers worked beside them. They calculated trajectories. They timed detonations. Vorath claws dug deep to place the bombs. The final explosion lit the sky. The colony stayed safe. Lisa arrived on the last relief ship. She walked the streets. People thanked her. Vorath warriors bowed their heads. A Tharok child ran up and hugged her leg. She knelt and smiled. John Hayes watched from a balcony. Kevin stood beside him. "They trust her," Kevin said. John nodded. "They trust what she stands for." Strength is not only claws and teeth. It is also the choice to help when no one forces you. It is the courage to stand still when pain roars. It is the honor to remember a debt and pay it forward. Vorath packs grew quieter. They hunted less for sport. They guarded more. They became protectors in many eyes. Lisa returned to Horizon Outpost. She sat in her office. Stars shone outside. Kevin entered. "Another request. A Krell hive wants medical training." Lisa smiled, tired. "Tell them yes." She looked up at the window. The moment an alpha trusted a human had started small. Now the whole galaxy witnessed why that trust could not be broken. Because when the strongest choose to protect instead of destroy, everything changes. The Vorath were the top predators of the Outer Rim. They stood taller than most humans, with 8 powerful limbs covered in thick natural armor. Their jaws could snap through metal. Their eyes glowed yellow in the dark. Packs of them hunted across asteroid fields and dead worlds. No one challenged a Vorath alpha and lived to brag about it. Other species learned long ago to stay far away. The Lyrans with their gentle songs, the Tharok with their heavy ships, the Krell with their swarms, all gave the Vorath wide space. Vorath did not make friends. They made respect, or they made graves. Kreshvor was the strongest alpha in 3 sectors. His pack followed him without question. His flagship looked like a broken mountain floating in space. One day a rival pack crossed his hunting ground. The fight was short and bloody. Kreshvor tore through 3 enemies before a plasma lance found his chest. The weapon burned deep. His warriors carried him back to the ship. They laid him on a stone slab in the main hold. The pack gathered around. They howled low. Vorath healers looked at the wound and shook their heads. The damage was too bad. Organs torn, infection spreading fast. Kreshvor would die in hours. The Alpha refused to accept it. He grabbed the nearest warrior by the throat. His voice rasped, "Find help, any help, even the soft ones." The soft ones meant humans. Humans were new to this part of space. Their colonies stayed small. Their ships looked plain. They talked more than they fought. Most Vorath laughed at the idea of asking humans for anything. But Kreshvor did not laugh. He hurt too much to laugh. A distress beacon went out on open channels. It used rough galactic standard. Alpha wounded, needs healer, humans close, come or stay away. The message reached Horizon Outpost. The station floated near a quiet nebula. It studied gas clouds and radiation bursts. Dr. Lisa Carter ran the medical bay. She was in her 40s, short dark hair, calm brown eyes, hands that never shook during surgery. She read the beacon translation. Then she read it again. A Vorath Alpha asking humans for help. Lisa knew the risks. Vorath were dangerous even when healthy. A dying one could be worse. She walked to the command deck. Captain John Hayes listened to her explain. He rubbed his chin, gray hair at the sides, steady voice. "If we go, they might kill us on sight," he said. "If we stay, we prove we are afraid," Lisa answered. "I took an oath. Help who needs it. No exceptions." John looked at the star map. The Vorath ship was only 6 hours away at full speed. He thought about the stories, about how Vorath never asked for help, about what it meant if one did. "Take the medical shuttle," he decided. "I'll follow with the frigate. Weapons cold, no sudden moves. If they attack, we pull back. No heroics." Lisa gathered her team. 2 nurses, 1 security officer named Kevin Brooks. Kevin was tall and quiet. He carried a pistol, but hoped he would not use it. The shuttle launched. The frigate followed at a careful distance. They arrived at the Vorath ship. Docking clamps locked with heavy thuds. The bay doors opened. Vorath warriors lined both sides. 8 feet tall, claws out, jaws half open. The air smelled like iron and anger. Tiravor stepped forward. She was the pack second. Scars crossed her face. She looked down at the 3 small humans. "You come to mock our alpha?" she asked through a translator. Lisa met her gaze. "We come to help him." Tiravor stared for a long moment. Then she moved aside. Lisa walked past rows of glowing eyes. Kevin stayed close behind her. The nurses carried medical bags. No one spoke. Kreshvor lay on the stone. His chest rose and fell slow. Green ichor stained the floor. The wound looked black and wet. Lisa knelt beside him. She opened her kit. Scanners first, then gloves, then tools. The pack watched. No one moved. No one breathed loud. Lisa cleaned the wound. She cut away dead flesh. She flushed the burn with sterile solution. Kreshvor growled deep in his throat. His claws scraped stone. Pain made him dangerous. Lisa did not back away. She kept working. She talked soft. "I know it hurts. Stay still. I am closing the tear. You are strong. You can take this." She injected broad-spectrum antibiotics. She applied regen gel. It sizzled on contact. Kreshvor roared once. The pack tensed. Tiravor raised a claw to stop them. She watched Lisa's face. No fear, only focus. Hours passed. Lisa did not stop. She stitched. She drained. She monitored vitals with a portable scanner. When the bleeding slowed, she wrapped the chest in smart bandages. They glowed soft blue as they bonded to flesh. Sweat ran down her face. Her gloves were green with ichor. She looked at Tiravor. "He will live," she said. "Rest for 2 cycles. No fighting. No heavy lifting. Feed him protein. Keep the wound clean." Tiravor looked at her alpha. His breathing was steady now. Color returned to his scales. She turned back to Lisa. "You saved him," she said. "Why?" Lisa pulled off her gloves. "Because he was hurt. That is reason enough." Tiravor lowered her head. A Vorath bow. The pack followed. 8-limbed bodies bent in silence. Lisa gathered her team. They walked back to the shuttle. No one stopped them. No threats. No demands. The shuttle undocked. The frigate waited close. John Hayes watched from the bridge. He saw the Vorath ship stay still. No pursuit. No shots. Lisa sat in the medical chair. She cleaned her hands. Kevin looked at her. "They trusted you," he said quiet. Lisa looked out the window. The Vorath ship grew small behind them. "They trusted help," she answered. "That is different." Word spread through the packs. An alpha lived because a human healer walked into their den and did not run. She did not ask for reward. She did not show fear. She simply fixed what was broken. Other species heard the story too. Traders in neutral ports, diplomats on station hubs, scouts in deep space. They all asked the same question. Why would the most dangerous creatures in the Rim trust a human? The answer was simple. Because the human earned it. And soon the whole galaxy would see exactly why that trust mattered.